that nesty. We have no grain lines or nothing on these pieces either, so we're not really controlling any of that. It's taking a while to open the other one. We go here. Where's my marker manager? Marker manager. I just want to click it here. Two copies open. Okay, one copy. Now I gotta set up a folder for you guys if I don't have one already. Marking. No, I don't. So I gotta set up a new folder for you guys. So I want a new folder. No, I don't have one. I'm gonna set up a new folder. This is different, I guess, in you guys' version. Arcing. Right there. I want to apply. I make sure I got my little blue icon pointing at my folder before I set my path up. I believe I saved all that stuff in you guys' training folder. So I got that on a PC, on the documents, under, I think I put a heart key in. I think I put it in the training folder underneath, which I hate going that far in. Okay. And I just want to populate all of them the same. Now the other version open up. I'll close that. I don't want to. So I'm going to bring in an XIN file, so I'm going to change this to XIN. I'm going to say save, close. Now I got my Harkin folder there, and I'm going to open up a marker. And we actually called that thing, what was that thing, ITIF or something?
Oh no, this thing's a glove. It's
okay, gloves for glove.
Pockets.
For glove test. What's that?
Pocket.
Pocket?
Yeah.
You say pocket, you say glove. Pocket test. I'm doing this one. Now, I always do 95% efficiency at least. The width of my fabric, we said 1 is millimeters here, so he says 1, what is it, 5?
1523.
1523?
Yeah.
The length is 1, whatever that is. I have no fabric codes, I have no fabric types, I have no constraints. I have no constraints in there either. I have no buffer on my parts, unless you guys want a buffer. Now, here I'm going to go and select that file, should go right into there. Did I save it back in there as XIN? I should have saved it right there. XIN, I'm clicking that, it's going to populate that. Now pieces, I say I want 200, right?
Sure.
Pieces. I'm going to go here and I say, now I want to nest it. It says, okay, it's generated. Let me open up my little tab. Now I'm going to go into Marker Manager. I'm in Marker Manager, I'm going to Marker Maker now. Diagonal now I got these two separate areas. But here I got to click over into that. It should be open. It may take a second. My computer's running a little slow. It's open it again. You can actually stick this. Come on, open up. Just give it time, maybe open 2 copies of it. So once it opens, then we go ahead and nest it. Just take this some time.
There we go.
Control O, I'm going to shortcut it. We call it the pocket test, right? Here's the pocket. I'm going to go automatic mode on mine. And I'm going to nest it for 1 minute automatically with no controls over the orientation. It's going to take a minute. If I want a better efficiency, then I got to nest it longer.
Yeah.
Or control some of the rotation of it. You see how high the efficiency is in here because it's actually nesting it tighter than that general nesting we did there. We got like an 89. This is going to give us probably 90 something efficiency.
But it's not bad for a quote. It's better if you're a little high.
Yeah, it's not bad for like 80. If you got almost a 90% efficiency on a rough quote, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So we're going to let this finish this little deal, which will take about a minute. Now I can change the time it nests just by altering the time it nests. But I let it do its thing. I can interrupt it and go back. That's what's good about the new version. I can go back into it and set up constraints. I can do other stuff on the fly instead of going in and out. Now all three of them open. See, look at that. Oh, it's not all three. It's just cool. Close. So it's done with its nesting. See, cock this one up. So it said it nested all of them. See all of them there?
Yep.
It says 94% efficiency. Use this much material, meters. And that's all of them in there. So
That's great.
this up here.
Oh, yeah, there's the little ones at the end.
Yep, there's the little ones on the end.
So then, how would you just have to tell it the length of the markers in the beginning there?
Yeah, I can tell it the length or the area I want to use. I can click back and go back to my original setting. Here I got like 1,000, almost more than 1,000, 100,000 millimeters.
Yeah.
I can change this to be based on meters. I go to my units. I want my length to be in meters, which I said yes on meters. Fabric was in millimeters. Maximum length in millimeters. Maximum length in meters. Okay. It should change that to meters, so it's 100 meters.
Yeah, because my table's only
So
like my table's only 78, 74 long.
78, 74.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I can stack nest.
78, 74. What, meters or?
Oh, millimeters. So what is it? 7.8 meters.
7.8 meters?
Yeah.
Not that big. So if I went here,
No.
7.8 meters, 7.8.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the problem with it, you know. I mean.
7.8, then I have to re-nest it basically. I just got to
But I was just asking so that when I set it up in the beginning, that's how you do it. That's cool.
Yeah, you want to max it out to let it nest to see what the efficiency can be. You can adjust also your quantity to lower the number in order to dictate that.
And then also if you're just pulling one roll through the machine and cutting one at a time, then you want it as long as possible.
Yeah, you want to at least know the efficiency if you're going to run it.
Yeah.
So that would be you quoting on is the efficiency of how you can run it. That's where you're going to make your money.
And so if you had multiple layers, you'd be able to compute that.
Multiple layers.
Yeah, because I would.
Plies? So
Yeah.
applies?
Plies. Yeah.
When you start running these markers based on plies, then you start with the maximum length, or you start to now divide this up into plies.
Okay.
Or I say, okay, my maximum length can be this, but I got to multiply by this to get that many out of it.
Okay. So plies is the.
Yeah, so you change the number to dictate the
natural.
length of that maximum length of that one ply.
Yeah.
And you multiply it by those multiples to get you the total number.
Yep. That's good.
That makes sense?
Yeah, totally.
So this is basically how you would nest it. See the straight, I went straight in from my XIN, straight in.
That's why we couldn't get it to run, because we weren't using XIS.
Using DXFs?
Or PLXs.
If you do that, you got to go here. Oops, go here. Right here, you can change that. You got the stuff that comes from Primaris here.
Yep. Okay.
You select that if you're doing MDLs or stuff like that. This is DXFN XIN. So you can do your DXFs through here too. You can actually pull DXFs into this. But if DXFs is not all in one file, you got to pull them in separately as separate line items, and then nest them. But just bring them XINs. Once you save them in the DC2D, why bother to save? It's going to create a DXF of it anyway, of the individual piece that reports to that XIN. That XIN is going to be like the parents of all those DXFs that created it.
Okay.
So if I open up that XIN, you're going to see two DXFs that made it. Okay? But you got the opportunity here to change that. If your scale is off, you got the opportunity to go in here to change the scale of the part when it goes into the nest. But sometimes it goes in wrong because of what was created.
I've had that before.
But you can change it in here as well.
Yep.
So
okay, awesome, thanks.
that's formatted in the new version. But you can also update. Let me open that back up. Let me go here, so I can go update here, update this little thing here. My results should show at the bottom. And show I didn't save it. So we go back. If I save this here,
Mm-hmm.
gotta hold it down, of course. Save it. It's gonna say what's it gonna say? Okay. Okay. Got what a DXF. I usually say yes. I got some post-processing functions as automatic, which is creates DXFs of the nest as well. There's a post-process I have set up.
So then you got it both ways.
Yeah, so I save a nesting of the DXF as well. If I have to send it to the cutter, it can cut from a DXF as well. Nesting. Then I go back here once I saved it, and I go back here and I just go update my. See, it shows it down here what I did.
Yep.
And it shows all the efficiencies and lengths and everything here.
Yep.
And then I can actually print a report out here. It's creating DXF from the background. So we did finish doing this thing. That's one of my background processes.
Yep.
Any moment, you see it turn green, and it said that'd be good to go. Turn green, turn green, turn green. Get in my way. Slow me down. Let's see. Let's pull it off to the side while it's thinking. Here, I just go all preview, and I go OK, and I actually create a work order sheet of the nesting job I just did.
Oh, that's really cool.
On it.
Yep. Oh, good. That's done. That's good. Yep.
So it's automatic if I go to that process. So it tells you, we didn't put any comments in or any codes in our original setups. Fabric presentation, single ply, constraints, no constraints, type 1, motifs, none. Width is our width. This is our length of our deal. This is our efficiency. This is our spacing. We have any spacing around our parts, which you could put that in.
Yep.
Results, basically the area we use, cutting parameters, straight lines, none, angles, 54, 100, number of marks, 800. So you got 800 of them in there in that run.
Yep.
There's no notches, nothing. You just got the name of what you did down in the quantity.
Yeah.
They tell you the pieces that didn't nest, also they didn't list them.
How do you change quickly how wide is the fabric?
You can change, if I do that, I go here, and I can change it and regenerate it.
Okay.
So right now it's set up for what, 50, what is that, 54 inches, 58 inches?
I thought it was 60.
Okay, 60 inches.
Oh.
I could change this, like highlighting it, changing it, and regenerate it.
Okay.
It goes back into my nest, re-nest them, and just that quick. It takes for about 2 minutes to change the width. If you want to do several different studies based on different widths, or several different studies based on different times you nest them, or several different studies based on quantities nested, you can do that real quick by doing it as a global under sheets, but I don't know if you guys got sheets set up.
And if you're gonna nest by hand, so not automatically, and you wanna later drop the line because maybe you use, I don't know, you set up the table for 60 inches wide and you use maybe 59 and you wanna drop that line. Do you drop in same place like the old diameter or in different places?
If you say you hand nesting?
Yes, for example, you set up for 60 inches wide, and your width
Usually
will be
just
like same place. You're gonna drop that line.
Yeah, you just right mouse click on the width there, and it drops the line like in the old Yamano.
Talking about the
like right there, right on that other screen.
On the other screen.
See right there, if you go to width on top.
Oh yeah, it still does the same thing like it did before.
Well, click on that width there on the left field there, where it says width. Right mouse click, and then will that drop it?
No, typically you can change that. You're talking about changing the size of this?
Yeah.
And usually you do it after you nest it, like here.
Yeah.
Let you bring the marker down to what the actual nest was. We had some extra fabric on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be done. I used to click in here.
You used to just click on width, right mouse click, and it would just drop right down. There it goes. It's doing it.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see that first.
It's the same, yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about you brought these down by hand.
Right,
and,
right.
If right now you wanna throw more pieces, you're gonna use the plus?
Yeah, you just click on them and get more pieces.
And plus.
Yeah. That's the same. All that's the same. It's just now you got these different windows where I can toggle back and forth between them quicker. Because these associates, they're together now.
Okay.
So if I created it from that marker manager, then this is connected. So anything I change in there, I can go back here and update it in here, and vice versa.
Thank you.
That's marker, that's Diamino new. So
So actually the new name, it's not upgrade a lot.
you just got to do
computer.
Windows stuff that you can interact, change easily. I know that's
Okay.
one of the things. They got some other little nuances that are different. But we actually teach a pro class on the difference between V6 and V5.
5, yeah.
So I've done that training before. But I don't know what V6 used to do. I just started playing with one of the customers, he still had it. But to me, it's like, it took longer in that old version because you couldn't go back and forth between the windows. If I had to make change, I couldn't change them that quick. A lot of my settings, I couldn't change them that quick either. So, which the one you do, and you can change them fast. So now you know how to generate a hypothetical nest, hypothetical, which is 86 for hypothetical. So, you figure out how to put a bomb in there. You figure out how to export the bomb out, right? If you want to put it in some Excel spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
You figure out how to bring these far in with the wizard, clean them up, save them. So the steps is you bring them in, you save them as a profile first, then you save your XIM file after. Now, if I was going to bring this file in Flamaris, then that's why I saved that AAMA.
Yep.
I can bring it into Flamaris too from that direction. So,
You
if I
save
do-
them 3 ways, then see it can.
well, I usually save them just one, the XIN, and it saves its own DXS. So I save the Pro and I save XIN. And the default DXF is already made by default.
Okay.
But then I save them another way if I'm going to bring them into
Flamaris?
if I want to bring them from Maris, I can bring in the pieces, but I want to save one file with all the pieces in it, so I can bring it right into Flamaris as a model and set up variances within Flamaris.
Okay.
But that's only when I can't get it to work from DC to D. So,
Alright, that's great.
so you guys understand how to bring them in from the wizard. The wizard's pretty easy, right? Just bring them in, boom, let it go. I don't know if we had any more difficult ones than the ones we did open. If you want to try to open something that's more difficult.
Yeah, I probably do have. I got a big list of them. Let's see.
We'll try to see if we got something harder than what you told us. These are the ones we got.
The first notch is DXF. Right there, the Bayliner 21 notches DXF. 5. Right, keep right there. That one had enormous notches on it for some reason.
Was it notches or was it cutouts?
It was, I think the guy put too big of notches on it. Because it was, they were hacking into the piece like way in. Maybe not on that one, but maybe it's the next one down.
Next drawing down?
Yeah. Because they were noticeable. Like we had to,
Yeah, like a 2 inches.
I actually cut it without.
Probably wasn't a notch. This was
Yeah,
version 2.
try that one, yeah.
On the mirror, check on the mirror.
Yeah.
No, the other.
Yeah, I don't see them there.
No,
I could have just grabbed the wrong one. There's only one more to check. Yeah, try the third one down. Yeah, please. Nope. We must have just destroyed it because it was.
If it comes in bigger than the default parameters, then it won't recognize it as a notch.
Okay.
It just recognizes a contour cut. And even when the cutter's cutting it, it won't recognize it as a notch anyway. It recognizes it as a cut on the exterior.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal if it's a cut, because the cutter's just going to cut it.
Okay. Well, what else do we have there that was hard? Let's look.
Okay, we got,
Keep going down. Oh, that iFit stuff's kind of fine now. That's all right. Oh, that's all iFit stuff. It all works now. Try that game pouch thing. That was like a wool coat we were making.
wool coat.
Yeah. We were quoting it. We never got it. Yeah, there it is, though. It did it no problem.
Yeah, you've got all stuff going on. You got these different offsets. Okay, you got your sew line and you got your cut line. And these are actually not external notches here. Let's see.
So-
Got a lot of verbiage on it. You
so
got-
this is
you
like-
got a grain line. You got this line too, right? The grain line on it.
So this is, can you tell what was designed in easily? 'Cause
No,
it's an Optiplex or
You
something.
can't tell what the design is. It tells you.
Okay.
Let's see what the wizard thinks about
If
it.
you ever open it in the WordPad,
Got a lot of features on top, so the wizard man will fit some of these things on top. Yeah, it does. See, it's giving you all these errors.
yeah,
Because you got a lot of stuff going on top of it, so you gotta put that stuff on a different layer,
yep.
so it won't think there's something else going on.
Well, this is there's a guy,
Pocket there, right?
yes, so this guy has this thing designed by somebody, and then they weren't capable of grading it properly or marking the layers right, and then they sent it to us, so it was just,
Yeah, he's gotta move a lot of stuff off of this. Like, first thing I'll start with is, this internal stuff, and then I can offset it to be something else. You got to see a lot of fragment stuff going on.
yeah. Well, we ended up, this person in Oregon figured out how to do it, and they sent us each coat size, all graded perfectly, all nested separately, so.
Yeah, you do it in Moderis pretty easily. That's set up for fashion, so it's got little things with that program that picks up stuff like this.
Okay, well, that's good.
Internal.
We can look at another one, because that was like the first time the guy sent it to us there, and I know it just didn't work. There's all our different pockets.
Got performance top. You actually got this says 3D here.
So we just, maybe, we saved it at the same time in both ways, right? That's what it looks
What are
like.
you talking about?
The way the Sarah pocket things, why does it say 2
I
and
saved
3?
the AMA.
Oh, I see.
We said AMA, it's got the XIN in there, it's got the profile.
And then the 2 and 3 are slightly different from each other?
These two here?
Yeah.
It says tops as a 3D.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why it's 3D, because I didn't say there's a 3D. There's nothing in there.
So,
I don't see anything in there. I don't see anything. There's nothing in that file, it's empty.
okay. Well, let's see something here. So I go to this company share drive, and I go to my lectra files. Okay.
I think there's one of those in there you did put on the stick.
Yeah, I'm looking through my DXF to see if I can find something else that I had trouble with. Oh, here's one that was hard. I'll copy this.
Save it to your stick.
Yeah. So then I can just so you can do it, or what should we do?
Yeah, you can put them in the stick and I'll put it in
Okay,
mine.
yeah, that's what I figured. I rejected it. Right here.
There you go. You're taking a beat before you bend it. Okay. Put it outside the training, put it in the training.
In the training. Yeah, you're right. Oh, not there. There it is. That New Zealand test one. Oh, but that's a PLX. That isn't even good.
Yeah, open straight up in, say the PLX.
Yeah, I did. I goofed up.
You want to stick that?
Yeah, let me just. Sure.
There you go. Should have been feeding from cell G12. This should be the formula here should be G12. Should be G12. Go G12. Go G there. Based on G12. Based on G12. Let's go back. Oh, it should have been. That should be this. Cost should be this times 5. The sum of this times 5. Let's see if we do that. The times. Yeah, this one should be this. Well, that's the width. I was talking about plies. Yeah, that should be in there. Yeah, I was talking about the plies. Plies. I got length divided by plies. So L12. Yeah, we change that to 650. Should change the color. left slash plies. Okay, that's right. Instead of you just going total run, you're going to divide it total plies. Yeah. Could be 2 plies of 25. We got it?
Yeah. Otherwise, we should look at those other eye fits, because there's like 5 different parts we did for them. Let's see what you got on there.
See what you got.
'Cause I figured you would just look at that top one there and see how that comes out. Yeah. I would think that'll just open. Oh yeah, that's fine.
What about you guys practice photos or something?
No, we make different numbers, stick-on numbers for sales.
Okay.
See that Made in USA over there on that wall?
Yeah.
We made it with that.
Open up some of the other I files. That's that one. See this one with the format on it? We have to move that to another layer that's format.
Okay.
And the dimensions, you might just move those to a dimension layer. That's from that one. Here's another one. Third one. Same thing with that one. Move dimension to format. Fourth one. Use format. Yep.
Oh, there's that one.
Is this a part or is it a?
That's a part. That's a fun one, huh, Jessica?
Well, you got 2 pieces on here, right?
The little things like Velcro and so on.
Oh, okay.
The little part.
So if you made this into a pattern, you just use this piece here as a pattern.
But we made drills at each of those corners.
Yeah, drills in each corner for the.
They're not on here. But they're not on here. So you actually make it into a pattern that has these drill holes on it. And you blow this format out to a different layer to turn it off. But you gotta look at the drawing, so okay, I just gotta keep this part, that's my drawing. And I gotta put my drill holes on it.
Yeah.
When I turn it into a pattern, you gotta insert the drill holes. Same thing with this one. See if you can analyze layers as well. I see there's 20, I'm gonna do that layer. I'm gonna move all my yellow stuff. Do that later. There's nothing. There's nothing else yet. Is that what it's doing? Let's go. Let's go camera. Remove.
You have to click it.
Well, no, I should have picked it up. Let's see what's going on. That's when you go ahead and flare command here. And see, you got this, all this stuff going on. That's everything that's in that drawing. So. That's it out here.
You can just draw squares.
Square?
Just to
Wait, so draw a square in here? Should be able to do that. Constraint square.
now to take off the lines, that little line. You can took it with the color, right?
take with the color. Let's try attributes, layers, go higher. Let's go 25, because we already have a bunch of layers in there. We're going to do it by boxing, it's going to take everything. Marker type, no. Like by line type, no. We can exclude. Let's try to do the world. And let's try to filter selection. Elements, we're going to filter. I think it's filter. Let's see if we filter on just the white. That's a big deal. You just got to figure out how you're going to manage some of this stuff on it. Let's filter. Let's do the world. Let's extract.
We always
Remove
send.
selection. We do white.
We always send them that document, Matt. You know, send them that document that you guys send everybody, Ernest.
Yeah.
It says what layers to put everything on.
Yeah, that's an AMA standard.
Yeah.
You can also look at DC2D to show you the default.
Okay.
Let's go this way. Do this.
A weird line.
I didn't get it. That is weird. I'm grabbing this stuff. It's just grabbing this. It's probably going to move that to the layer and turn everything else off. Probably easy to send that to another layer. Let's do this, analyze layers. And go forward, just lay up some stuff on here. I don't want to select just the white stuff. Okay. And turn off everything. The layers that on anyway, it's still showing up. Still there.
But this is the white one, so it's the other layer?
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn this off. Oh, zero tag.
Zero layers.
Some layer zero off. We make 45 active and turn layer zero off. Some layer zero off. 45. What I put on 45? Is it 40? Oh, that's okay.
Let's see it.
Okay.
There it is.
Some layer zero. That's what we want. When you get it clean, you're just going to be making one into your deal anyway, right? So you can actually.
But then you need the zero versus over. You need the measurement for the zero.
You can measure for the drill where they're going to go.
For each square.
For drills, where the drill holes going?
On the edge.
On the edge? These corners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right at the edge?
Yeah. Well, maybe a little
Maybe
in.
a little in.
Yeah.
Then we cover it.
In like 2 millimeters or a millimeter and a half.
So you can actually turn this into a part, and then you use corner points as your location points for your drill. And then delete out, don't even insert that into your feature. Just use that as your locator to put your points. So we went to the wizard and created a part. Select, oops, this is not a continuous deal, so let's do a halo. Let's do a, oops, how world do this. I'm gonna extrude it. Let me do my box. I want to remove from my selection. Okay, that's a part. Then I'll use this as my drill pattern. Alright. If we go to select the corners, we don't. Then I basically got to put points on those corners. Now they need to put the drills on those corners. So I got to put points on those corners.
So if you wanted a 2 millimeter, not really size, would you just do a part
What's that?
So if you wanted them in 2 millimeters, each would be pretty cartesian.
Yeah, you can.
Corner of the.
Before you turn it to a pattern, you go ahead and draw them in, and then go ahead and put your points there, and then put your drills there before you turn it to a pattern. So I'll do Cartesian since I know where I want them. Just put points on the fly, and put drills on those points. If you're gonna use for Velcro, but there's gonna be a drill hole, right?
Yep.
There'll be a drill hole, and then it gets covered with that.
Now, the cutters, you gotta make sure that your size is already determined on your cutter.
Right.
Pick the right drill that's gonna go in those holes.
Right, that's in my like setup, you know.
Let's see your setups already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Pomeris it's either Mark 35 or Mark 34, depending if it's a 1/8 inch drill or must be like
I think we have only
a 5 millimeter drill or a 2 millimeter drill.
Yeah. The point of reference will be the endpoints.
Those are hard to sew.
Projection,
Oh my
offset.
god.
You know offset on you?
It's like a little piece of foam that went inside the prosthetic mouth. That like if it was loose, you
Oh,
pull
okay.
that in and it would Velcro would hold it.
So when did you get that stuff?
A long time ago, maybe
Then you make it into
a
a
month
bar.
ago, maybe not.
Also, maybe that time when I was off.
Yeah, it might have been before. I
I don't
cut
know,
them. I
it's
cut them on a
before.
Friday afternoon, and then Jessica took them to the mall.
Oh, okay.
She had to sew like a million. It must be
Oh,
awesome.
that's why I didn't see this.
Yeah.
Create your own part on the composite. Do it automatically.
This is cool.
Wrap it.
This is the
Make it
original thing
easy,
we sent.
I may not want
Oh,
it.
okay.
And we had all sorts of
So maybe
trouble.
select it.
So,
Put it over there.
how do you solve those problems?
Yeah, I gotta
Drew did.
basic.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one,
You gotta
the square one,
Mm-hmm.
I just ended up digitizing it and doing it from there.
Okay, I
I
see.
just took the pieces. It was full scale in a drawing. I thought,
Oh, okay.
I wanna extract this.
that was some hard stuff. Okay.
Certain those fills out of Well, probably should have said the part. I should have said
you know, it's probably like 2 millimeters deep. Probably not.
it's going right in the corner. It's right in the corner. You want to go inside of this corner?
Yeah, to cover it up with the
Yeah,
Velcro.
you just got to dimensionally them in. Exactly. I just did them on the edge points because it was square there, but
Yeah.
you probably come in and just dimensionally come in and then put them.
That's what I'm saying. Cartesian from that point corner.
Yeah, you come in two, and that'll be your default. Like on this one here, so if you say you want to put a point, let's see, when you Cartesian on that one, let's say export, and these are not millimeters though. That should be around
Here's another one
0.06,
for
what is that, 0.06 is 2
Okay.
millimeters?
That has a
Somewhere around
giant
there.
thing, doesn't it?
It's an inch.
There they are.
Yeah.
That shows right on there. Oh, it's not a line. 0.06. See? Little dot there.
Yeah.
You can use that as your reference point, I guess, to go all the way around if you want, or you can come from the other side and go backwards. But you can make a point and come off with one. That'd be a better approach than trying to do the endpoints. If you already know where your Velcro is. So if you convert that to drill, put a drill on it. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do if I was you. Since that's such a yeah, I always try to do it easy.
I found that one with the giant notches.
You want the giant notch you found?
Yeah. I should put it on. One
Is
of them
that,
that stick back. See him there? Another boat. Thank you.
Looks like it's not on top of each other.
No.
I think it's good. It's already in
It's
there.
already on there.
Yeah, so you might have access to it.
I didn't say all the files, I just, oh, it may be in the folder.
Yeah, it might be in the folder already. If it's not,
What's
it's
the name
on
of
this
it?
cut file E26MAR.
Cut file,
That's it.
cut file 26,
Yep.
that's it there?
Yep.
Yeah, these may not be notches. They say notches, but some special notch you put in.
Yeah, like it may be. Yep.
Maybe seam, you know, is
Problem is you got
better.
this seam allowance here.
Maybe 2 inches.
So you may want to make this your cut line. And then when you bring it in the, and then put points here, make your notches, because I don't know how big these notches
Can you
are.
measure how big is the seam?
I think those notches were almost like 1 inch. They were enormous.
0.707.
Yep.
So that means the seam allowance here is,
On an angle, maybe only a half then.
yeah, not even half that. Yeah, it looks about half an inch.
That's
Yeah.
good. I think I can take it 2 inches.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
0.53.
Maybe it was on another part. Remember it was like this big.
Yeah. Actually huge. Not
Yeah.
even 2, maybe 4.
Maybe this is after we shrunk it down. Yep, only a half. Well, maybe that's the one that. Yeah, that's the one Drew fixed then. That's the one that was good. Okay.
Those notch bases going to be cuts. I wouldn't even call them notches, I would call them cuts. From the cuts.
Yeah, I think they were bigger segments, and then he manually made them smaller. But
You got grain lines here, there, there. So you got grain lines. You always want to make sure if you put grain lines, you put them on the body of the part, don't have them hanging off the part. It confuses the system. So
Yeah.
make sure they're in the body of the part. So those notches, probably draw them, it's just as cuts. You're gonna make it out of a pattern. But you may want to establish a point in the middle of that notch on the edge. So if you have to redraw it, you can redraw it, or you can actually go in the notch function and actually change the notch width and depth,
okay.
and just plop them in at the points that you established. But it just impacts this drawing because it won't change the default settings. You're just adjusting your notches on this drawing. But I would take out this internal line And just use this outside line as my main line. Then I do my offset of my seam allowances, or I give it this outside line and do an offset of my seam allowance, and then pop my notches in on these points I established here. I would put a point right here, and that'd be my notch. I'll bring it over, and that'd be my notch point there, and I just draw my notches in, a big notch. I click this point here, and make a notch. Put it, you can have it here, or you have it on the outside. It's kind of a mess the way they did it.
Yeah, I wish I knew what system that was called. I've
What, they
seen
drew
some
it
of,
in?
no, they have like a machine that has a wire on it, and they mount it right in the middle of the boat, and they stretch it out and touch different points on the boat, and it measures that wire length digitally. And they can just tap it on either part of the boat, and thus make a pattern right off an existing boat without draping cloth or anything. And then they just send that to us, and we can make panels off of it. Like, we made that and sent it to them, and it was perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's not a cell or anything, that's a boat piece?
Yeah.
Boat cover.
Oh, boat cover.
Yeah, see, it's a boat cover. That's the pointy bow down, and then that seam above the triangles is probably where the windshield is, so that's the highest point of the boat. And then the sides are the little ones on the side are draping down the sides for the skirts.
Okay.
So that in between those little and big pieces this way, that's where the shear of the boat is. Yeah.
That's probably on 3D, this is 3D, if you had the boat, you'd actually draw a line around, a sew line around the boat.
Okay.
And then you mesh the top of it based on exterior features. And then basically you flatten it all out from that. Instead of, this way. Surprised somebody's created boat covers and don't have a 3D software that will actually drape the boat and then flatten it out and make their patterns from that. They probably done it that way, going out and measuring.
Yeah. Well, that's because they don't have the access to the boat designs, because they're old motor boats or something. And it's good for him. He just goes to these boat yards, and the boats are sitting there, and he just makes these patterns off of them, and he's done. He doesn't have to sew it. He just sends it to us. We do it for him.
Oh, so they're one-offs.
One-offs, yep.
Oh, so you ain't got a lot of business doing that, right?
No. No, but it's still too much for him to do, because everybody wants it in that little 1 to 2 month period before summer or during summer.
I'm just saying, from a manufacturing standpoint, one-offs is really not your focus in business.
Oh, right.
That's
Yeah, but
something
he's
you just doing for the heck of it, right?
Well, yeah.
You can do it in his garage if you wanted to.
But yeah, but he even has a plotter, and he can't do it all. Or he just hates sewing, so he has us doing it.
Oh, so you guys charge him to sew them up?
Yeah. Yeah, so if he still ends up charging more than what we're charging him, that's profit. So he's happy. It's just one thing we can do during the day. One other thing we can do, you know.
Oh, so that's a little hustle he got going on. Got you guys involved with the hustle.
Yep. That's it. He called it.
Oh, sometimes you gotta just say no, right?
Right. Yeah, but now we gotta pay for this program, so we're using it. Customer's always right.
I own stores and businesses before. They're not always right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you confuse the right do service with them.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sometimes you know.
I owned a convenience store in LA back in the late 80s, early 90s. They're not always right. Yeah. I worked there. Sometimes staff didn't show up. But,
what was that? Some cowboy.
now, I don't know if you wanted to go look at what you guys are doing.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know if you want to shut this down. Nick may have something else better he can do than hanging out with us. I can shut it down just because you want later on to do, but you want to come back and shut it down.